So let's talk about pots and containers. Growing in pots can be awesome because you can grow in places that you would not think a garden can grow. Also, you can just create a look that is so beautiful and unique with pots. You can use levels, which is really special. Urban settings are really great for container gardens because you often face parameters like you have small amounts of storage for things like tools, you have cement outdoor settings, balconies, small spaces. Like I said, flowers grown in pots can be so beautifully curated and displayed. Growing in pots can also be a great solution if you're in a more transient time of life and you might not live in one place for long. You can bring your pots to your next residence if you need to, and you don't have to wait until you have a large space to have a garden. Or if you live in a cold place, growing in pots can be great because you can move the pots inside to a more sheltered place during the winter. Growing in containers also gives you great control over the health of your soil. A container for growing in pots can really be anything: a bucket, a wheelbarrow, a basket. The one thing that you will need in whatever it is you're growing is drainage. If you don't have at least one hole in the bottom, if not multiple holes, then your plants will be susceptible to rotting and low oxygenation. You do not want standing water on your roots. That's the rule. If you're wanting to go grow food in your containers, it will be good to know that there are a lot of amazing hybrids that are bred just for containers. Also, pay attention to root depth and favor varieties that are shallow rooted. Pay attention to the size of the container for what you're growing as well. So, just an example, melons, tomatoes, and corn are going to want deeper roots than flowers, lettuces, and spring crops. So that'll really help you if you're planning your container garden. To fill a pot, one tip is to put broken pieces of dishes or something similar in the bottom. This will ensure healthy drainage. So, this will make sure that there's no clogging in your drainage and will keep the oxygen levels up in your pots. This isn't essential, and you can still do great with pots that don't have this, but that's a really great tip for success, especially with really large pots. Also, there are a lot of great potting soils that you can use to fill your pots. The optimal soil recipe for pots and raised beds is an even 3-part mixture of compost, peat moss, or coconut coir if you prefer, and vermiculite. Those three: compost, peat moss, vermiculite. So, those three evenly mixed will give you nutrients, a great texture, and good water retention. I said this in other videos, but I am a big believer that soil is where you want to invest the most because it will make every other aspect of gardening so much easier and help you avoid so many potential problems. So give your pots good soil and give them good drainage, and yeah, you'll be able to create a really amazing special garden.